they both reset 3 times. Then megakyle went twice. Prodigy off to an early start, megakyle not too far behind. Looks like he found Crashman, a legitimate reset. Flashman was the last one I saw. So I believe Flash Metal... Oh, he's just going on the whole way here, looking at all the stages. Looked like 4 times that he reset. Settling on Quickman to start, while Prodigy is about halfway through the stage, getting almost a 30-second head start.
Yeah, I'm interested to see whether finding those couple of friendly stages will offset that time loss.
I think I would be more concerned about finding the unfriendly stages, but then again, megakyle knows 2 or 3 potential safe stages to go to, as well as one to avoid. So, going into Heatman or potentially Crashman, since I don't believe he saw Heatman, if he hits Heatman randomly with his 5th stage, he should have a little bit to work with.
Indeed, and as unfriendly stages to find go, you can do a lot worse than Heat.
Oh, Prodigy getting Bubble Man at the end of his first stage. Bubble Man has a quirk in his logic that if you do not cross that axis, Bubble Man won't move. He triggers on being on the same plane as Mega Man.
megakyle finds Flashman at home. And not Soft Week.
Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. But, first boss, so Buster being the only option, it looks like megakyle will get that done and dusted pretty quickly. Prodigy working the bubble lead to see if he can take down this Sniper Joe army at the beginning. Doesn't seem to be too effective. Alright, so our runners have basically handshook on the first 2 stages. Quick and Flash, almost as if the stage names were not hidden. Typically the 2 stages in previous tournaments that were the first for runners to take on, usually netting E-tanks and fairly straightforward stages as well as weapons.
Yep, can't get knocked into a pitfall by a frog if there is no pitfalls.
Very true. 2% Chungus is doing double duty today. Getting drafted into the commentary booth because, well, I don't commentary alone.
Just glad I could make it. Almost missed it, I slept right through it.
Yeah,
appreciate you waking me up.
Well, that was about the same thing. Prodigy actually woke me up at about 8:30 and went, "Did you sign up yet?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's 10 o'clock at night you're doing this, right?" It's like, "No, it's 10 a.m. I'm like, oh, okay. Ooh, megakyle not taking a free Bubble Man, instead, crossing the plane of Bubble Man's existence. So a little bit of issue on megakyle's side, taking the crash bomb and exploding them.
Yeah, pretty good play there. It looked like, I believe that was a Huggle Man, so it was going to be really hard to get away from him to get a buster shot off.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you just kind of have to learn not to do. If it may have been just a minor little mistake on megakyle's side of things by triggering Bubble Man, as we saw from Prodigy, Bubble Man didn't move.
Yeah, Prodigy made that look really easy to do too. It's a lot easier if you have something like Metal Blade or Leaf Shield to hit him with, so you don't have to jump as high. pretty tight to do that with Buster, though.
Well, I would consider Prodigy one of the prohibitive favorites of this tournament. I make no attempt to hide that I think Prodigy is probably the de facto favorite of winning this tournament. His times just seem to be better than everyone else's, which, when you're racing, is generally a good thing.
Yeah, he's been putting in a ton of practice, and you can see now, even with even Robot Masters only 2 stages in, he's at least half a stage ahead of megakyle.
Well, part of that is megakyle's strategy of resetting early on. So, if megakyle can get to that boss door within the next 20 seconds or so, we might see some dividends from megakyle's side of things. Prodigy gets rid of, I believe that was Metal Man.
Indeed. Much depends, too, on whether Prodigy managed to find item 1 or 2 before he finds Crash, which megakyle knows the location of.
Well, that's probably the single most difficult section to go through. Crash Man without any kind of assistance, because you're going to lose 30 to 45 seconds. For megakyle, that's just something he can't afford. Already part of his strategy to lose that time early on. Prodigy in a little bit of trouble here with his energy. But he does have the crash bombs for the hot dogs, so should have minimal issue with those. Ooh. Almost pulling it off. Prodigy trying to use Flashman to skip past one of the hot dogs.
Slightly short duration for that trick this time around.
Yeah, unfortunate for Prodigy. It ended about a second too quickly. Oh no, Buster immune tin cans, Bubble immune tin cans. I think that's the crash bomb that Prodigy is using, and at least that worked.
Looks like nothing's immune to Flash either. Good thing too, because he's a bit low on health.
Yeah, very much so. He's gonna have to... Oh, got a little bit of a bailout there. The Met giving him a little bit of energy. Just collecting little tithes and donations on Prodigy's side of things, which hopefully allow him to get to the end of the stage. Oh, well.
The benefits of oral hygiene, farming the toothpaste dispenser for health.
Yeah, absolutely. Megakyle finding Heat Man, and he is only taking 2 points of damage from that Buster. I am going to be somewhat surprised if megakyle doesn't switch off and try to find something while he's in his menu. Ooh, Bubble.
Does he try something. Flash?
I mean, the Crash Bomb doesn't seem to be any more effective than a Buster Shot.
Man, I blinked and missed Prodigy killing Woodman.
Yeah, just about. So, both runners with 4 stages down. Prodigy finding item 2. And promptly finding his way into the Heat Man stage. So, we'll see if we have... Oh no, megakyle. The entrance to the second part of the stage is not down there.
Get the Saint Mario World, there's no key door down there.
So our first unforced error, as I like to call it, unfortunately being committed by megakyle.
It can be pretty stressful trying to platform with these unending chickens coming at you.
Well, what I think the proper approach is to actually not shoot them. Because if they're on the screen to the left of you, they won't be spawning to the right of you until the chicken exits the building. And megakyle getting the bad news of tin cans being Buster immune.
Prodigy, meanwhile, with a pretty friendly Heatman stage, Lightning Lords to deal with in the crash wall section.
Prodigy actually gonna shoot off an item too. Try not to use too much of his energy. Should have enough to set sail across the Great Lava Ocean here. Ooh, just a little too high for the 1-up. megakyle making their way through Airman stage. Looks like they're at the boss door. So I want to say Prodigy is technically ahead, but megakyle, whoa.
Made up some time there with a super weakness of Crash Bomb on Quickman.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw the fight start, and then I saw Crashman just disappear. Prodigy not too far behind at this point, even though with having a more difficult stage completed, I almost want to say Prodigy is in the lead. But there's no definitive way to tell at this point with, you know, no real stages in common left between the runners aside from Crashman.
On the subject of which, Prodigy now has items 1 and 2, so that may well offset megakyle's 30-second advantage or 30-second time loss from the beginning.
Yeah, you're not wrong in that, but megakyle is going to pick up that item 1 from this Heatman stage. Unfortunately, megakyle does not have any other items, so I don't know if Prodigy used, like, say, an item 2 to get through that first Goku stage. Oh no. Alright, megakyle able to recover and not deposit himself into the abyss.
That was a really good save.
So I think megakyle might actually lose a little bit of time in this Yoku section. Prodigy using little bits of item 2 to get through that section ever so slightly faster. But megakyle, no item 2 unfortunately, so going to lose some time navigating the Yoku blocks manually.
Meanwhile, Prodigy finds out that Heatman is quite susceptible to Air Shooter, gaining more time on Kyle.
Yeah, no, that's good knowledge for Prodigy, because megakyle struggled a little bit with Heatman and didn't have the right tools for the job, as it were. I think he settled on Crash Bombs, which were barely any more effective than a standard Buster shot. Oh no, megakyle, no E-Tanks, but Airman's gonna turn his back. Ooh, choosing to get bodied instead of try to continue that fight.
It's a pretty good tactical death. Better to die early on in the fight than to get almost all the way down and then get killed.
I'm a little skeptical of megakyle's strategy of weapon finding. I think Airman would have been free if you just spam the Buster shots.
The reasoning may have been something along the lines of 6 of one, half dozen of the other, and just firing Crash Bombs at least he didn't menu again.
Well, I get it. You know, it's kind of one of those... You know, would I, as a runner, do what megakyle did? Probably not. But there's something to say for me being in the commentary booth and megakyle being in the winner's finals. So, you know, take it for what it's worth.
Megakyle finding more Joe than the Starbucks Central Distribution.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least it looks like Charged Heat being fairly effective, as Megakyle may or may not get to... Oh no. Getting bodied by a hot dog. Charged Heat seems to be the solution for many things in this seed. Joe armors, and the hot dogs.
Prodigy down to one stage to go. He's into Crashman.
Well, Megakyle isn't too far behind, but alright, well, we have 1537 for when Prodigy started Crashman stage. Megakyle should pick up item 2 in this Woodman stage. He may end up being more than 30 seconds behind. He has taken a couple deaths, unfortunately. So we'll see how well Megakyle is able to execute as we see Robbits in the elevator section. Not the most ideal situation.
Fortunately, Metal Blade doing some work here.
Yeah, absolutely. Prodigy through the elevators. Unfortunately, Crashman gating item 3, so the crash climb section upcoming. Not really the easiest, as Megakyle just opting for the Buster. Soft Weak Woodman out of there, so Megakyle is about a minute behind at this point. Prodigy starting the crash climb.
Prodigy fortunate not to see anything on this screen to shoot through the walls at him. Pretty free ladder climb once he got past that first toothpaste dispenser. Skipping the E-Tank.
I agree with that. Prodigy, for the most part, doesn't need it. He looked in his inventory, saw that he had one, went, okay, I think I'm pretty free at this point until Wily 2, where I'm gonna pick up a second E-Tank. Prodigy choosing to Buster Crashman.
And found him soft weak, 7 shots and done. He's on to Wily.
Yeah, so let's call it 1805. In inexact science, to say the least, but I am intimidated by the best eyebrows in gaming, Dr. Wily showing up and trying to dissuade Prodigy from continuing further. Now, do you want to introduce the game, or shall I?
Oh, by all means, you're the seasoned veteran.
Aye. Alright, well, since we are in Wily 1, your mission, chat, should you choose to accept it. Guess the main color of the dragon, as well as the weakness that will be used to destroy said dragon. So what do you think, Chungus? Got a color in mind, or maybe a weapon?
I must give this its due gravitas, and I do believe this will be an Eyesore Orange Dragon weak to Metal Blade.
Alright, well, I'll get the easy one out of the way, and that's going with the Bubble Lead. I disagree with you on the color. I'm thinking green.
We'll find out in a second as Prodigy finds a fairly friendly ladder climb up to the dragon area.
Yeah, the prop top's just spawning and then falling straight down. Megakyle making short work of Crashman, also opting for the Buster.
That dragon looks like various shades of Diet Red.
Wow.
And we'll never know.
Wow. Well, that's what happens when the dragon is Buster Week. So it looked like a little bit of a Barbie world going on for the dragon. Prodigy into Wily 2 as megakyle begins his assault on Dr. Wily's stage 1.
I think it's fair to say Prodigy is approximately a stage ahead at this point.
Well, saying a stage ahead is a flawed science, because are we talking a really quick stage like Wily 3 or, you know, a longer stage like Wily 4? So, you know,
yeah, it's first one then the other.
Yeah, very true. But I would say at this point, Prodigy is going to end up on his way out of Wily 3 as megakyle goes into Wily 3.
Yeah, barring a tragic death experience against Pico Pico, that sounds likely.
Well, so far so clean for Prodigy at this point. He has not taken a death at this point that I can recall. megakyle stumbling a couple times. Oh, wow. Lazy Leaf for Prodigy and Pico. So this should be about as free as it gets. Prodigy might take a hit on one of the next blocks. It'll literally spawn right underneath.
And megakyle found the Crash Bomb weakness as another weakness for Dragon.
Ah, so Buster and Crash Bomb. Kinda surprised megakyle didn't start out with, you know, the Buster. megakyle looks to be refilling item 3.
It may be one of those better to have it and not need it once you get to that wall climb in Wily 3, just in case you get knocked down a couple of times.
Very true. Ooh, oh boy, this could be rough, Prodigy. Ooh. Looked like an invisible mole, perhaps, caught him. I didn't see what hit him, but something definitely did. Prodigy with presence of mind enough to at least pause buffer to reset Mega Man's momentum so that he could make it back to the ledge.
It's good save and difficult to do there, where the splash animation actually disables the pause button.
Well, there are a couple quirks with the way the randomizer works. You can't pause if there's any kind of a item or animation on the screen related to an item. So, like a Crash Bomb explosion, for example.
Looked like Prodigy found Quick Boomerang against the Guts Dozer and is out of there speedy.
Yeah, so it looks like megakyle going with the Leaf. So this should be about as free as it gets for megakyle. Oh, looks like we have inverted left and right for megakyle on the Leaf Shield, which direction it's shooting. Prodigy into Wily 4, so not looking good for Race 1 for megakyle. This is best of 3, so there's always, you know, the next game for megakyle to right the ship. megakyle a little bit further behind than I would have thought. megakyle into Wily 3 is Prodigy already into Wily 4.
Yeah, Prodigy's just been booking through these Wily stages, and unless something really awful happens here, could have happened with the Fat Fans. I think it's Prodigy's game to lose.
Oh, I could have told you that right from the start, but, you know, when the person I consider to be a prohibitive favorite to win it all, given what I've seen so far. If he runs the seed without dying or doing anything tremendously stupid, I would say it's Prodigy's seed to lose, almost from the start.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
I mean, it's more like somebody has to beat Prodigy instead of Prodigy having to beat the other runner. Like, Prodigy's just gonna do his thing and probably be faster than most. Just straight up. I mean, we're looking at boss refights at maybe 27 minutes in, so we could see a 31 seed at this point. Megakyle deleting the Guts Dozer. Looks like we have some bubble lead for the crash walls. Neither runner, I believe, testing the crash walls. Prodigy taking advantage of the safety sludge, keep himself going in this Boo Beam turret fight.
Yep, I don't think either one got sufficiently slowed up in the Heatman stages to stop and check them. And of course, in the Flashman, you only really check the Buster one quick shot.
In Wily 3, right at the start, you have an opportunity to check the walls as well, and I don't think any runner took the E-Tank there.
Yeah, they both zipped right by every E-Tank available.
So 27:05, Prodigy into the refight. Megakyle's got his work cut out for him. Still having to navigate the final set of the anxiety rooms, as they're so called. Prodigy finishing off quickly.
Megakyle's making great time, but it just doesn't look like his weapon weakness knowledge is going to be enough to make the difference here.
Well, we'll see if only the resetting was the factor here. Megakyle has taken a couple deaths. We saw him get bodied by Airman as well as fall off a platform in Airman's stage. So a couple factors, potentially leading to Megakyle's demise in this first race. So far, Prodigy has been completely clean, and it looks like... Oh, not quite a one-hitter quitter on Heatman, but 2 shots and he's out of there.
Yeah, that's a ton of time to save, and to get it twice is especially good. And I don't think Kyle was aware of that weakness.
No. I believe he just bustered down Heatman, but no, he actually used crash bombs, which may as well have been the buster. Prodigy, actually picking up a health drop. Well, that's about the first thing that I've seen that could be a possible slip-up from Prodigy, mistiming the platforming to head up to Metal Man.
Alright, we'll see if that makes a difference and gives Kyle a chance to catch up.
Well, Kyle's going to be on his way into the refights, as Prodigy is on his way into the Wily machine. See if we can add to the total of 8 Buster immune Wily machines. And that's a negative.
Yeah, I lost count of the ratio at this point. Isn't it something like 80%?
It's getting close to it. I lost track at about 35 of them being Buster Week, I could probably count it back at some point. Prodigy into Victory Road as megakyle starts his refights, I believe, on his second.
Yes, we've seen the grievous error from megakyle here, going to clockwise, that is to say incorrect direction on the refights. This may be the difference in the race.
Well, sometimes you kind of figure you're behind and you have to resort to such desperate tactics. You know, maybe that's what megakyle's thinking?
That's fair to say. All I can say is Prodigy went counterclockwise and Bubbleman didn't kill him.
Yeah, megakyle unfortunately getting bodied by Bubbleman, but I believe he's got a much more pressing issue of 0 E-tanks to his name, so megakyle getting through the Bubbleman. Prodigy, yeah, that's GG.
And I don't know if you caught that, but the alien was wood weak, which megakyle burned all the energy on that fighting Bubbleman.
Oh no.
Speaking of burning, down to Heatman.
Ooh. Oh no. megakyle getting dunked on by Heatman, but I think that's going to be the FF for megakyle. And we'll move into Seed 2. So, would you be able to look up Prodigy's official time?
You read my mind. His official SRL time is in fact 30 minutes and 49 seconds.
Oh wow, so his timer's pretty accurate then. And it looks like officially forfeiting megakyle. So Game 1 to Prodigy with an official SRL time of 30 minutes 49 seconds. Pretty good time all told. Tough to beat, just on general principle. I don't think there are many runners that are capable of breaking the 32-minute barrier. But megakyle looks to be loading up a ROM hack to try to calm himself down, perhaps. Get his mind off of that first run.
Not a bad approach.
Well, heading into Game 2 of this match, Prodigy one game away from finding himself in the Grand Finals. megakyle will be waiting a little bit for the loser's bracket to develop itself out. There are plenty of matches left on the bottom half of the bracket. I believe Mega Slow, I don't remember his name. He goes tomorrow. Let me look up the bracket real quick. I think, yeah, Metalo and Krebelstar, which is kind of holding things up ever so slightly for the rest of the bracket. We have that match coming tomorrow. Casual Tom and somebody I believe you might know have a match to schedule in the near future.
Yeah, if anybody wants to see Casual Tom win a race handily, that'll be coming up pretty soon.
Oh, come on now. You've got as good a shot as anybody else as taking that win, but good luck to you all the same in that race.
I appreciate it. Got to get a little bit of IRL stuff sorted out before I can schedule it, but hoping for some time in the next week.
Well, Metalo and Krebelstar have a little bit of a path already charted out for them. The winner will then take on the Daggett, and the winner of that match after the Daggett, Charlie Boy, our tournament organizer, awaits the winner a couple matches down the road. Now, if you're able to take down Casual Tom, I would then become very worried about taking on your next opponent, as it will be Crab Cakes. And she has been nothing but impressive so far. First timer to the Randomizer tournament, but definitely making an impression all the same.
Yeah, Carbgate has made a really good showing this tournament for a newcomer. Definitely an inspiration to myself, new to the scene myself. I've actually learned some really interesting tech, not least the check 3 stages before you start strategy that we've seen her execute to great effect.
Well, I definitely like it. It was a bit of a surprise, but it seems to be effective for looking at runners who happen to hit a whammy. Unfortunately, Prodigy did not hit any whammies in this first run, so megakyle just kind of ended up murdering 30 seconds at the beginning of the run. But maybe that comes back to help megakyle as Prodigy ends up in Crashman just in his second stage. All kinds of stuff can happen.
Indeed, and as clean a runner as Prodigy tends to be, I don't think I've seen him die yet in a tournament race. That's about what you have to count on as far as to find an unfavorable crash climb.
Well, Prodigy has died a couple times in isolation, but I think Prodigy said that if he actually game overs in a seed, that he'll actually just disqualify himself and start zipping through the seeds. I wonder if he'll hold to his word even right now, but you know, I don't really hope for a runner to game over, so let's not see if he'll check that or not.
Had a minor issue with the seed setup, a little bit of back and forth in SRL getting it sorted.
Well, the opening story is different, but it looks like we're gonna opt out of Final Fantasy Tactics. And looks like we're loading up a PC game instead. So, throw the PlayStation 1 to the wayside. Now you can be the PC master race, as we're going to play ourselves a nice game of Diablo.
What kind of budget would it take for us to get Deckard Cain to call a race, now that I think about it?
I wonder if I could load up a soundboard with all of his quotes and go from there, but Mew Mew fan, you are 100% wrong. The PlayStation 1 is not the PC master race, therefore PS1 cannot be greater than PC.
The gates are open.
Alright, so it looks like we will have about 10 to 15 seconds and our runners will be underway. Well, chronocritical, I think it's easier if I say what isn't randomized. The stage layouts are not randomized. Mega Man's basic movements are not randomized. The Buster Shot is not randomized.